Deep within the Bay of Bengal, nestled amidst the emerald embrace of the Andaman Islands, lies North Sentinel Island. This seemingly idyllic isle, fringed by coral reefs and cloaked in dense rainforest, harbors a profound secret. It is home to the Sentinelese, one of the world's last uncontacted tribes. For millennia, the Sentinelese have lived in almost complete isolation, their existence a testament to the enduring power of human resilience and the mysteries that still linger in our world. The Sentinelese are believed to be directly descended from some of the earliest human migrants out of Africa, their ancestors having likely arrived on the island over 60,000 years ago. Their language, culture, and way of life remain largely unknown, shrouded in the mists of time and isolation. They are hunter-gatherers, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the forest and the sea. Their knowledge, passed down orally through generations, holds invaluable insights into our shared human past. Their isolation, while a testament to their strength and resilience, also makes them incredibly vulnerable. With no immunity to common diseases, contact with the outside world could prove devastating. It is this vulnerability, coupled with their clear desire to remain untouched, that makes understanding and respecting their isolation paramount. The history of the Sentinelese is as elusive as the island they inhabit. Archaeological evidence hints at their presence on North Sentinel for millennia, their lineage stretching back to a time when much of the world was still uncharted. Their story, however, is not one easily pieced together from artifacts and carbon dating. It is a story whispered on the wind, carried on the tides, and fiercely guarded by the islanders themselves. Early accounts of the Sentinelese, gleaned from the logs of passing ships and the whispers of neighboring islanders, paint a picture of a people wary of outsiders. Encounters, often brief and fraught with tension, typically ended with the Sentinelese retreating into the forest, their arrows a clear message of their desire to be left alone. These fleeting glimpses into their world only deepened the mystery surrounding them. Despite their isolation, the Sentinelese were not untouched by the tides of history. The arrival of British colonialism in the Andaman Islands in the 19th century cast a long shadow over the region, forever altering the fate of the indigenous population. While neighboring tribes were contacted, often forcibly assimilated or displaced, the Sentinelese, through a combination of fierce resistance and geographic isolation, managed to remain beyond the reach of the empire. Yet, even as the world beyond their island underwent dramatic transformations, the Sentinelese remained steadfast in their isolation. Their story, a testament to the enduring power of human resilience and the importance of respecting cultural diversity, continues to unfold in the 21st century. The relationship between the Sentinelese and the outside world has long been characterized by a cautious dance between curiosity and fear. Early attempts at contact, often driven by a colonial mindset of exploration and assimilation, were met with fierce resistance. The Sentinelese, armed with bows and arrows and a deep-seated distrust of outsiders, made it abundantly clear that they wished to remain undisturbed. In the 1970s, the Indian government, recognizing the Sentinelese's vulnerability and their right to self-determination, adopted a policy of minimal interference. Occasional visits were made, often leaving gifts of coconuts or bananas on the beach, in the hope of establishing peaceful contact. These attempts, however, were met with a mixture of curiosity and hostility, with the Sentinelese sometimes accepting the gifts, sometimes rejecting them outright. The Indian government's policy of minimal interference, enshrined in law, prohibits anyone from approaching within 5 nautical miles of North Sentinel Island. This exclusion zone, patrolled by the Indian Navy, is not just about protecting the Sentinelese from the outside world, but also about protecting the outside world from the Sentinelese. With no immunity to common diseases, even a seemingly harmless interaction could prove devastating to the tribe. The story of the Sentinelese is a stark reminder that in an increasingly interconnected world, there are still pockets of profound isolation, cultures untouched by the currents of globalization. Their existence challenges our understanding of progress and development, forcing us to confront the ethical complexities of interacting with the people who have made it abundantly clear that they wish to be left alone. The devastating Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004, which ripped through the Bay of Bengal, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake, offered a rare glimpse into the resilience of the Sentinelese people. The tsunami, triggered by a massive undersea earthquake, slammed into North Sentinel Island with full force, reshaping its coastline and inundating its interior. Concerns for the well-being of the Sentinelese ran high in the aftermath of the disaster. With their island home devastated, many feared the worst. However, when a helicopter from the Indian Coast Guard flew over the island days later, they were met with an astonishing sight. There on the beach stood a Sentinelese man, bow in hand, aiming an arrow towards the sky. It was a clear message: the Sentinelese had survived. How they had weathered the storm, how they had navigated the surging waters and rebuilt their lives in the aftermath remains a mystery. But their survival against all odds underscored their deep connection to their island home and their remarkable ability to adapt and endure. The 2004 tsunami served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of isolated populations to natural disasters. It also highlighted the complexities of providing aid in such situations, where even the best intentions can be misconstrued, and where respect for a community's desire to remain isolated must be carefully balanced against the humanitarian imperative to help. In January 2006, two fishermen were illegally fishing near North Sentinel Island. Despite the warnings and restrictions, they ventured too close to the island. Tragically, they were killed by the Sentinelese. This incident highlighted the ongoing tension between the outside world and the isolated tribe. The Indian Coast Guard attempted to retrieve the bodies but faced hostile resistance. This event served as a stark reminder of the Sentinelese's desire to remain undisturbed and the dangers of violating their territory. The Sentinelese people have made it clear that they wish to be left alone. Their hostile response to outsiders is a stark reminder of the importance of respecting their boundaries. This is not just a matter of cultural sensitivity, but also a crucial aspect of their survival. The Indian government has put strict laws in place to protect the Sentinelese. Unauthorized entry into their territory is prohibited and violators can face severe penalties. These legal measures are designed to safeguard the tribe from external threats, including diseases to which they have no immunity. Ethically, it is our responsibility to honor these laws and respect the Sentinelese way of life. Preserving the Sentinelese culture and way of life is of paramount importance. They are one of the last remaining uncontacted tribes in the world, and their isolation is their choice. Our imperative is to ensure that they can continue to live as they have for thousands of years without interference. In the end, the story of the Sentinelese is a call for understanding and respect. We must recognize their right to live in peace, free from the pressures of the modern world. By doing so, we honor not only their unique culture, but also the diversity of human existence. Let us commit to protecting their autonomy and ensuring their legacy endures.